bongs, Wonky. No bongs.
Bum, bada, bum, 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 bum.
There is audio.
Mexican word of the day.
Bum, bada, bum, bum.
All right, are we going? What are we doing?
I checked. Where's the,
All right.
Welcome to PBKC Streaming Live.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Here's what happened on our previous shows. We're streaming live in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Wait, in case we're shipping up for massive gear, I got it right there.
early gear? That's it.
I didn't know, so I put it there.
All right, hey there, everyone. We're live here from the Palm Beach Kennel Club for today's Bar Poker Open.
No limit.
No limit Bar Poker Open.
Hello, everybody. So we're about to start here at the final table. Players are getting comfortable in their seats, and we've got a fun final table with a lot of experienced veteran players who are typical bar poker players. They're going to have fun and play some serious cards at the same time.
If you weren't familiar, today was the Palm Beach Kennel Club's 90th birthday. We've had a celebration here all day long. They've been partying. They've had barbecue, food. They had a band playing all day long.
Yeah, live band.
Oh, yeah.
Every other Saturday until the Kentucky Derby, right? They have a live band outside.
Oh, yeah. This place was rocking today. It was packed.
So we're going to give some introductions before we go cards in the air. This is Carl Pepitone of the No Limit Pub Poker Tour. I say hello, everybody. I'm not sure if we can swing the camera into our say hello, everybody. And we got Joey D here, former dealer back in the day. Quarter Deck, 2007, dealing cards at Quarter Deck with Jimmy Rivers and Brian O back in the day, and then Paula Pips for a little while with Courtney Logan. And here we are now 15 years later.
We are doing the commentary on a TV table at the Kennel Club. It's pretty wild. So
$27,000 in prizes.
Oh, yeah.
And
All
next
right,
year, hopefully, we're hoping for $50,000.
Good luck.
So we're about to start. Garrett Canopy is in our first seat, and he's actually a newer player. He started right before COVID, and he's got playing in our league, and he went through the bumps and hills of that. But he's been playing with us for 2 years, and he's in seat 1. He's our short stack. He only has 80,000 chips, and he's gonna be facing an all-in moment here, almost right in the first hand. Seat 2.
Seat 2 is going to be Dan Sherman. Dan Sherman's from Syracuse, New York. His nickname is Dolphin Dan. His hobbies are working and playing poker. He's a route driver. His largest poker score ever is about $2,500. And his favorite quote is "way meant." His way meant.
And he won a Treasure Coast main event in 2019. He's also final tabled many main events up there in the Treasure Coast. He's starting with 315,000 chips, which is just about the average stack at this point. And for Garrett too, I want to mention Garrett's nickname is Big Country. And of course, he likes hunting and fishing, which makes sense for the nickname Big Country. He's a bus driver. His largest poker score was 4th place in one of our No Limit Open online events. And his favorite quote is "left blank." I guess he has a lot of favorite quotes. He just can't think of one at the moment. So seat 3.
Seat 3, we got Lionel Pedley. He's from New York. His nickname is T. London. His hobbies are playing poker, cards. His occupation, he's in aviation lighting. His largest poker score, about $700, and his favorite quote is just squid.
Oh, wow. And Lionel Petty's got a great story. He finished 3rd in the bar leader two and a half years ago, and we gave him a call. We've been trying to get him to redeem his reward, and we actually called him yesterday. We finally got him on the phone and told him he had to come today or else he was going to lose his voucher. And he came here to play, and here he is now with one of our chip leaders, or close to a top 5 in chips, a little above average. He's got 390,000 chips in seat 3.
All right, we got cards in the air here, officially.
Cards in the air. Here we go. Oh, no, you got seat. Oh, Dwanky drew the button on seat 5. I thought the button was already drawn out. So Sue Kennedy in seat 4, and the infamous Sue Kennedy from Riviera Beach. Her nickname is Sunshine Sue. She likes reading, playing poker, and sewing. She's a retired school teacher. I'm also a former retired school teacher. Her largest poker win is $16,000, third place in the first BPO that No Limit ever participated in. She was in Vegas in 2017 and won $16,000 in third place. Her favorite quote is to stay in the moment. I love that quote. That reminds me of the late, great Robin Williams. Seize the day, carpe diem. Anything else you want to add? She says, go Bulldogs.
All right, we have the official first hand here. We got Lionel under the gun, A7.
Ooh, I love to see how some of these players play. I love being in the broadcast booth. And what a great fold it looks like now as we see Sue wakes up with ace-10 suited. Let's see what she's going to do. Sue has played in a live broadcasted final table playing the BPO in Atlantic City, so in Vegas, so she's probably one of the only players here who's extremely experienced at a live broadcast final table.
Oh yeah, she's.
Although Dwanki just played one just recently because he won the main event here not too long ago. So she raises to 100,000. Garrett's got no chips and he calls there. Little does he know he's running into clubs.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Dan's here with a queen jack suited. He's thinking about it. 70K to call.
Wow.
I imagine he's going to call out of the big blind.
Yeah, this is
at least call.
He's already got 30,000 in. The pot's enormous. This is.
He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want the action first.
Oh, I thought it said that Garrett called. I guess it was a typo.
Carl.
My bad. The.
Carl, clock's not running.
I'll take care of it. 1 second.
Yeah. 6 hands, it's okay.
So sorry, my apologies there, viewers. Garrett, the screen told me that Garrett called, but he actually did not. I'm not sure why the screen said that. So getting back to, Sue Kennedy is sitting on 420,000 chips. That's before she scooped that first pot. She's got 420,000 chips, and she said, go Georgia Bulldogs. And her quote of the day for me is, when I asked her what's the last event she's ever won, she said, besides the BPO, quote unquote, I've never won a thing, and I'm not sure why I'm here, or how I'm here. I'm not sure how I'm here. But she said the same thing at the BPO in Vegas.
I find that pretty hard to believe.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't played as many events as some of our veteran players.
All right, we got Andre here. He's looking at a king queen. He's raising. Looks like he raised about 100K here.
All right.
Looks like that's it. Raise and take it.
For the audience, the blinds right now are 15,000, 30,000 with a 30,000 chip big blind ante. So it's 75,000 in chips.
Yep.
And they're showing that payout, but that payout's not 100% accurate. It's, oh, yes it is, because they're including those weird numbers because they're including the NLO seat that all these players won for next year.
Very nice. Nice payout at the top there. 10K, just over 10K, 5K for second. That's real nice.
Yeah, and the players already agreed, 4th through 9th agreed to contribute $100 each towards 10th.
Okay.
So the 10th place is going to walk away with $785. So 4th through 9th is 4th through 10th is a similar payout.
Yeah. We would have had a
All
bubble either way in a pretty disappointed 10th person, that's for sure.
This is a tough spot. Dwanki's a little bit short stacked. Not too bad, though. And he's under the gun. He's got over 300,000 chips. But this is a tough spot. If he raises, it's a third of his stack. If he limps, what do you do here, Joe? You limp or you raise?
It's either fold or, I don't know.
See, a lot
This
of
is
people
tough.
feel that, but I
Fold or
love the
limp.
limp.
I
I
don't-
love the limp.
I like the limp too. We have a similar style of play, I remember. And this is a limp. He's got to be committed. If someone else raises, then what do? Do you just shove?
Well, it depends on who it is.
Yeah.
But you probably, you know, I most likely limp fold here. But the limp is so scary. When you limp under the gun, a lot of people put you on aces and they're scared. So they may not repop you. I just want to see the flop with 5s for 30,000, and then I'll walk away.
I think you have to expect a raise here at some
Oh,
point.
and Keith raises.
Yeah, all right.
Now, if
This is the spot.
If Dwanki knows Keith Longshore, he knows he's in trouble. And really, most of this final table is honestly not going to raise him without a premium hand. This is a very, very solid final table, just like
Yeah,
our
this
last
is
one.
Real solid here.
Sue snap folds A7.
Yeah.
It's a snap fold. Dwanki's
So
in the
Dwan,
tank.
it's really either fold or all in here. Pretty hard to call.
Yeah, it's
Pretty hard to just call and see the flop here. Better.
if he folds here, it's a great fold. What
Good
a great
Good
fold.
fold.
What a great fold. Keith doesn't show. Great fold, Wonky. For the viewers, I mean, it's impressive. Who's watching us right now? I don't know all these screen names.
We got a bunch of people. We got Steffi Mo. She's always here.
Oh, Jadet.
To Bluke68 in the chat. This is not the 250 bounty. This is the Bar Poker Open, the no limit Bar Poker Open here.
Jaded, Ray
This is the
Bailey
final
just
table.
got knocked out on the bubble of this final table, and of course you know Donkey Dan and Ron Kaepernick, some of your loyal Treasure Coast players in the house. Ooh, someone's cheering on Dwanky, but I'm not sure who it is. Jay Rosen just chimed in. Jay, you know, how many of these players you know, Jay? You ever played with these guys before?
Guess what? I'm all out.
Oh, here we go. Look at these. We got some premium hands. Dan limps. See, this is
This is
premium
Keith
play.
here.
Dan limps with King Queen.
He folded King Queen. Keith here,
Did he? He folded?
Yeah.
It said
open fold. Keith here called with ace 10.
just a flat. He just flats with ace 10.
Yeah, just flat call. Keith is sitting in seat 7. It's Keith Longshore. He's from Boynton Beach, Florida.
I'm shocked that he didn't raise here because I don't know about you, Joey, but when you win a hand and then you raise the very next hand, it just feels like a huge hand because most people aren't going to bet back to back. Wow. Sue Kennedy hits the king.
Hits the King 9 here.
Now, who folded the king queen?
King Queen's really kicking themselves right
Yeah,
now.
who folded the king queen? I missed. Again, sorry, viewers. The board, the TV set, the monitor's telling me that it was a call. I'm gonna have to pay more attention to the screen itself and not what it's telling me. I guess the digitalization's reading this.
Sue bet out, and she took it down.
You don't mess with Miss Sue Kennedy.
It came up on the screen quick. That King Queen. It was a quick fold.
30-30, right?
So Dwanky's at a West Palm Beach. He just recently won a main event. He is definitely, a bar leader. He just recently won a bar leader. He is definitely one of our Hall of Fame candidates in our next vote for the induction into the Hall of Fame. He's final tabled many bar leaders and main events. He's won a main event. He's finished second in a main event. He's won a bar leader. Here he is now at the final table of a No Limit Open. One of the winningest players of all time, point leader all time for the company. Yeah. And he's
Bahama events, like everything.
here's
He's
Rich.
been a part of everything here.
So Rich, the same pocket fives we
Rich
saw earlier. He jams with them.
Opens, jams with pocket fives.
He was in a much better position in the table, and it's not the first hand. So, Dwanky may call this. He's also
sitting in
short.
the small blind here. King 10 offsuit.
I stole your good luck.
These guys all know each other. They've been playing forever.
He's folding. He ain't calling this. So Rich is going to steal the blinds. He's going to go
That's a
from
good push. That's what he needed right there with that pair.
Was that about 270?
So Dwanky's hobby, he says his hobbies are he loves chasing straights and flushes. His occupation is being a badass. That makes sense. His largest poker win is $12,000. His favorite quote is, "Don't give a beaner a river, because he'll cross it." Have you ever heard that expression before? That's news to me. He wants to add that he is an expert in Dwankonomics, and he started this table with 310,000.
Dwankonomics is its own special kind of, special kind of economy there.
Dwankonomics. I've coined the phrase bar poker economics because it's different economics with the bar poker.
Right. You got pocket fours.
And
A lot more folding on short stacks in bar poker, I think.
yes, they're used to playing
When
short
you're
stack
short,
poker.
yes, used to playing with 5 or 6 big blinds and just making that work for you the best you can too.
Yep. Professional poker players don't like to have less than 10 bigs, but a bar poker players definitely will play down to 4
Oh, that's
bigs.
a lot of room to work with, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree.
Cocktails.
So while the action's going around, we have a lot of folds. Introduce Andre Neighbors, who's in seat 6. He's originally from New York. His nickname is Q Brother or Big Baby. His hobbies are poker and trains. Oh, Andre, and
Ooh, I
as
think
we're
that's some action
introducing
here.
Andre, he's got pocket 10s. He raises.
Dwan led out here with a raise to 60K with pocket 9s.
Wow.
And right behind him, pocket 10s.
Wow.
I think we're gonna get some fireworks in this
Yep.
hand.
This is for sure fireworks. We have 2 top 10 hands.
Andre's putting in the re-raise right now. He was thinking about whether to call, shove. Dwan's going to be in a real tough spot when it comes back down to him. He's raised to 60K. He's got 130 total, so. Let's see how much. Andre. Oh, he went all in.
Wow, Dwan.
Call, yeah.
Dwan makes a really good fold with 5s, and now he runs.
Seems impossible to fold 9s in that spot. There's too much money.
Yeah, he's a third of his sticks.
invested
Chips
there.
are in. It's,
Yep.
it's
Here we go.
impossible to get away from it. He's hoping he's up against Ace King, and he's not. He's up against 10s.
They're all in on this flop anyways.
Dwanky can walk away proud. If he doesn't hit this 9, he can walk away proud.
9. 9.
Oh, that's it, Andre. Andre, pair of 10s, gonna take this one down. Dwanky, champion.
So
Big
Dwanky ends up
champion,
at
down in
10.
10.
Garrett and Ron only have, and then we talk about bar poker. Garrett and Ron only have about 3 big blinds, and they're still in here. And Dwanky, who had about 10 bigs, is now out just because of the situation. 9s versus 10s. He's on the button too with 9s. And Andre works up with 10s in the small blind. So Andre is a train conductor. He's finished the second in the No Limit Open 2019. He finished second in the bar leader. He's made many final tables. He is starting this table with 930,000 chips, and with that win, he's going to be over $1 million. Our dominant chip leader at this point.
All right, Dwan. Good luck. Take it down, everybody.
Andre does very well at the Kennel Club, by the way. He runs very good here.
Oh yeah,
Second
I've seen
place.
I've seen him around many times in these tournaments.
Small blind special. That's all.
Rich folds an ace, right under the gun, easy fold. All right, while we're here, so we got in seat 7, we're gonna feature Keith Longshore today. He's from Boynton Beach, Florida. His nickname is Buckeye. His favorite hobby is hockey. He's retired right now. His largest poker score is just over $1,000. His favorite quote is "Ship it." I love that
like
quote.
that quote.
Classic. Can never go wrong with "Ship it." That's about it.
And Keith is another great story. Keith and Lionel both have wins from 2019 that they weren't able to use because of the COVID pandemic, and now they haven't played in basically 2 years, either one of them, in any large events. And we just spoke to Keith yesterday. We called him up, told him his voucher's going to expire. He needs to come out, and here he is, final table with Lionel, and with a good stack of chips. He's got 500,000 chips, so he's on an amazing run here today.
This was a quick raise out of a big blind to take down the small blind real quick on that last hand. Pretty nice for Daniel in the big blind there.
Yep, so now Donkey Dan's in the big blind. Donkey Dan is in seat 8.
Dan's in the small blind right now, so we got Rich in the big blind.
Oh, thank you for that correction.
All right. So speaking of seat 8, we got Daniel Berman here. His hometown is from Chicago. His nickname is Donkey Dan. He's obviously a very popular player in the league. His hobbies are poker and basketball.
Cool. We have an all-in Dan, the other Dan Sherman. We have 2 Dans from the Treasure Coast. Dan Sherman and Dan Borman, both Treasure Coast players.
Yeah.
And Dan Sherman, we call him the Shermanator, at least I do. We have a couple of Shermans in our company, in the league.
The Shermanator.
I call them all the Shermaners. We've had 2 or 3 Shermans. To me, they're all Shermanators.
Yeah. There's really no other nickname you could have. If your name's Sherman, sorry.
230,000.
Dan Berman here. He is also a corn trader. His largest poker score is just over $1,000. His favorite quote, it's a classic, it's, "But they were suited." You hear that a lot here in every poker room, in every bar poker table.
And he started with 360,000 chips, about the average stack, and he's held on to those chips, hasn't played a hand yet. Andre Neighbors here, he's in the think tank. This is a situation where you just have too many chips.
Yeah.
It's 230,000 to call. This should be a snap fold.
This should be a pretty snap fold here.
But he's got too many chips, and on top of that,
And
he
he's
knows.
ahead.
And he is ahead.
He's ahead right here. Like, little does he know.
But but you have 3 people behind you.
Yeah.
You're gonna put up 20% of your stack when someone behind you could wake up with a pair. Don't do it. There you go, Andre. That's why you're a poker champion. You can lay that hand down. And look, you don't get to see.
No.
And
Ironically,
look, you
it
see
would
that
have been a good
expression?
call.
Yes. It would have been a good. Well,
But-
it's still a race. It's
Yeah,
still a race.
it's still a race.
But you see, that's an experienced player. Viewers, if you saw Andre's expression there, that's an experienced player because he was upset because nobody else called. And the only reason he folded in the end after tanking so long is he was worried, what if someone wakes up with ace-10 behind him, or king, even queen-jack or a pocket pair?
Yeah, that's right.
If it was suited, I would have definitely called.
He just said if it was suited, he would have called.
Yeah.
He put him on king-queen. Dan admits his hand was king-queen. And
Real close to calling. And I don't want to double you up.
it's still not a no-brainer. He bet 6 big blinds.
I kind of did.
I know you.
Garrett's here. He's under the gun. Nope.
Viewers, the blinds did go up there 20, 40, 40 now. 20, 40 with a 40,000 chip big blind ante.
Garrett's got 65,000.
He's still sitting on that 65K.
Blind is 40,000, so it's pretty certain it's going to be in on the next hand. He's choosing the queen deuce. I'd probably wait for the next hand and just go with it.
40,000.
Ace 5 is going to limp in here. Let's call.
All in.
All right, we got Rich. Rich is raising all in out
Rich
of the small
Ellis.
blind.
Rich Ellis out of Wellington, Florida. I'm not going to say what his nickname is, but no, his nickname is, his hobby is fishing, and he's in the car business, and his largest poker score is 8,500 or 85,000. I can't read that one. I'm not sure which one he wrote here, 8,500 or 85,000, because I know he won
It's like
17.
8,500.
Yeah, but I know he won 17. Oh yeah, 8,500 in the BPO in Atlantic City. He finished 4th in the BPO in Atlantic City. Rich has not been playing with us for as long as some of our other veteran players here, but he has a lot of wins in our league.
All right, Dan had limped in with ace 5 of hearts, and he folded. He folded to the all-in raise from Rich at ace 9. It's a pretty good fold.
That is a
trying
really
to
good fold.
trying to see a cheap flop with a suited ace, and folded to any kind of aggression.
And Rich was a little short stack there.
Yeah.
So Rich started this table with 275,000 chips. I'm not sure what he has now. And I'm going to go real quick. Ron Kaepernick, I mean, we have a lot of potential, once again, Hall of Fame candidates here. And Ron Kaepernick, definitely one of them. He is the first person ever to win the #1 nationwide, keyword here, keyword, nationwide Top Gun, and also win the national main event in the same season. So he was the national Top Gun point leader and won the national main event. It's the first time it
For
happened.
the MPPT main event?
For MPPT,
Wow.
it took 14 years for that to happen.
Oh, yeah.
But he finally did it. He broke the schneid, and he's also won Treasure Coast main event, bar leaders. He's pretty much won every crown that we have except for the No Limit Open. And he's here today with only 105,000 chips. He's only got pretty much 2 big blinds, 2 or 3
Got
big
some
blinds.
action here. So Garrett was in the big blind. He was all in for his 65K. Sue's gonna, she got ace queen. She
Is she
picked up
just
ace
flatting?
queen. She's gonna raise. No,
Oh,
she
she's
raised it up
raising.
here.
Good raise, Sue.
Good protection. All right. Ron K, he's got 5K. He folded. He had pocket 3s and he folded. Wow.
Turn them up.
This was the most unbelievable fold I've ever seen right there. He's got 5K left. He got 1 chip left, and the small blind folded pocket threes right here.
No way.
Who's queen seven?
Who's the other one?
Hoping a
threes.
player gets eliminated. We'll see.
He's all in.
It's not looking good here for Garrett. 7. Oh, that's it. Ace queen. Sunshine Sue going to take it down. She's now up to over 600,000 chips. And Garrett.
Garrett and Ron grinding out to very short. Ron only has 1 chip, and he folded pocket threes.
He did.
Ooh, he's got to be beating him. He's got to be beating himself up.
Threes, yeah. Right here in the chat. Threes would have quadrupled up for sure right there.
Wow.
There is a good chance of a pair above you, but even still,
Even still, you gotta
the
go
pot's
for the
so
set.
huge. The antes are in there. There's
Yeah. I mean, he knows
Not the
Sue.
Indians,
He
but
knows
the
Sue's raising with at least ace king or ace queen.
Yeah.
But you still have to call because then you have to hope that they both have ace king or ace queen. In which case you're.
So he just wants to see them, or?
Oh, I hear a lot of cheering upstairs. I think the game
That's from
two.
the night tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, I
night
think the game
tournament's,
2. I think they're done. 21
yeah.
seats tonight, guys. 21 seats or 21 people won 200 cash tonight in the game 2. It's the biggest game 2 we've ever had.
Yeah, there was a $4,200 prize pool that equaled 21 seats that they gave away. It was a big scream. I think the bubble just got burst up there. All right, so we got Keith here, sitting in seat 7. He's got ace king. He raised it up to 110,000.
Look at this, Dan
Daniel
Borman.
folds the 8s right behind him.
Dan Borman, whose nickname is Donkey Dan, folds.
Ron K is going to be all in here.
It's
He's
only
got ace 6.
110,000.
Among the tightest play I've seen here. Pretty good.
And poor Ron here. Now he runs into where he's actually way behind with his
Yeah.
6. Before he is live with his 3s. But it's a lot easier to know when you see the.
75-25 here. Yep.
Not rooting against you, we're rooting for Ron.
Yeah, 75-25.
Give him a swing. Put 3 clubs up.
4 and 2, that's 6.
There's a 5. There's a 5.
Yeah, I had pop.
Wow, ace king. There it is.
All right, Ron.
So Ron is out.
Another one down. He did it.
8th. So his cash is 1,093.
I think it worked out the same way. If he had went in with 3s, he would have put it in here. On this hand, he would have quadrupled up. He would have had 20K. It goes in right here with ace, you know, with his ace. So
Oh, he had no money invested in the pot when he folded? I missed that.
Yeah.
He had no money in.
Nope.
I missed how he got down to 5 in the first place. But it's, you know, it's hard to see through the screen sometimes. So that may be true. Although I am a firm believer in the butterfly effect of poker, which means when anything you do differently, play, fold, call, anything is going to change
any bit
everything
of timing
that
might even
happens.
change
Yeah,
the dealer's
anything.
cut, change by 1 or 2 cards if it was
Right.
a second or 2 later. It's true.
But especially a
See.
call, like it's a dramatic, the whole shuffle of the deck, yeah, I mean any change, but especially a call or seeing a flop. You know, he wouldn't have had the ace-6, he wouldn't have had the ace-king.
Andre, I think Andre is looking to do something here. He's got a 4 deuce. He hasn't played in a while. He was posturing a little bit.
All in.
Rich,
You got Rich. Rich goes all in. 4-10. All of it with ace queen. Rich has done a really good job of picking up any blinds, any loose change in this pot. These all-ins have really, his stack has grown from over 200K to over 400K just on these hands. Just from scooping up chips.
yeah. Rich
Imagine-
is very, very
yeah.
experienced at these final tables.
You imagine Lionel's, yeah. Wait for a better spot. He's still got some chips to play with there.
And that is Rich style. Rich has more, at this level of the game, he has more of a all-in or maybe limp or all-in. He doesn't raise too much with an average stack like that. He either shoves or folds.
right, we're on to the next hand here. Let's see. All right, so we got Keith here. He's got ace-10. He just called with 40K. Ace rag folds behind him. Dan looking at an ace-deuce suited, hearts.
Call 40,000.
He's gonna look him up. Calls 40,000. Both the aces here just limp in. Lionel completes his small blind. Stu's on the big blind, an option, king 10. Four-way action here, pretty good. This is a big pot just for limping in here.
Floor. Floor, 67.
What happened?
Oh, we got a floor call here. Let's fold out a turn. Lionel let out 50K on Jack 9 here.
Not the way to say, but I'm good with.
I haven't seen the flop yet, so I imagine there's probably a Jack or a 9 on it.
So, what, he folded beforehand?
No, he folded. I folded way out of turn. No, Sue hasn't acted yet. It's on Sue. He folded out of turn. Yeah.
Okay. He made it 50,000. Action was here. He folded on it.
Yeah, it was a floor call here, that's all. Player had folded out a turn. They had to bring the floor over just to clear it up. They're waiting on the action on Sue. Sue's gonna fold here.
Call 50.
All right, Keith with ace-10 calls 50,000.
Heads up.
So if you fold out a turn, there's a penalty?
Nah, just give him a warning, bro. We haven't had a warning yet.
All right, Lionel and Keith here. Lionel checks. Keith, check. River card.
No, he didn't.
50,000.
Bets out 50. You got a call. All right. Looking like a pair of 10s on the river. Right there, ace-10. There we go.
Riding dirty.
Pair of 10s on the river. Nice.
Give Lewis a hand. Yes, sir. Well done.
There you go.
Hey. Although getting railed is like a sign of like, you know.
It's a badge of honor.
It's a, yeah, that's what I was looking for. It's a badge of honor. Really? You've never been railed?
These are the chip counts here. We got Andres sitting way up top, 1.2 million. Looking like he's looking pretty comfortable there. Keith sitting at 815. Sue, Sunshine Sue, 530K. Rich, 510K. Daniel, 375. And a few short stacks right behind him there.
Oh, no, you didn't. You weren't there. Look, we know you.
All right, we got Keith under the gun with the ace-deuce offsuit.
I don't know him from Adam.
Fold.
That's what happened to me, too.
Right, Rich?
Who?
I never met the
I
man
don't
a day
know
in my life.
I don't know either. All I know is I want to play poker and I don't want to see somebody get railed because some, you know, in a brain fart for 2 seconds.
Sue's sitting in the small blind. She got 3-deuce offsuit. I think she wants to.
And he's got an amazing Miami.
I think she wants to at least complete it here.
20 more, is that what it
I'd love if she just raised.
Call. Call 20.
All right, we got small blind, big blind action. 2 monster hands, 3-deuce offsuit, 9-4. Here we go. Here's the flop, ace, all paint.
Jack.
Ooh, yeah.
Bet 40,000.
Should do it here, pair of 9s. Man, I'd love to see a raise out of that small blind. Just steal that big blind right up. It's sitting right there.
The table is playing a little tight, and they do say
playing
you
real
should
tight for
play
this,
the
yeah.
opposite way of the table. If the table is playing tight, you're supposed to play a little aggressive. If the table's playing aggressive, you're supposed to play a little tight.
I could see not wanting to raise the chip leader's big blind at least.
It's really
Andre's
hard
sitting
though
at
with
1.2 million.
these. Yeah.
But he's been playing really tight, so he hasn't really played
He
anything.
has.
So that blind would, I don't know. I think that blind would have been right. All right, play continues. Here
All
we
I
go.
hear is Denise. That's all I hear.
That's all right.
Under the gun, we've seen an ace rag in every hand almost, Carl.
That's all we
It's been
hear.
amazing. I was thinking the same thing.
It's been
Under
ace
the
rag,
gun
under the gun,
all day.
this whole
Or
final
pocket
table.
pair, pocket fives.
Open fold.
But there's been, or king queen. I think king queen. It was been one of the premium hands every time, or hand with a decision.
Like edit this and like, oh my God.
Ooh, Andre, big stack, ace queen.
Man, he's
in the small blind here.
No, yeah, we're 50.
Raise.
He's pumping it.
And he's up against the second and chips right next to him. Andre honestly has everything going for him. He has the experience of a no limit open.
Yep.
He has the experience of a final table.
Quick
He's
fold
got the
by
chip
Keith.
lead. The only thing he's got going against him is that Keith Longshore, who's equally solid of a player, is sitting to his left with the second and chip stack.
This
That's
is an
a
excellent
tough spot.
stack here. Stat, Carl. Check this out. Voluntary put into pot. This will tell you Daniel's seen 6%. He's voluntarily put his chips in the pot 6% of the hands he's seen. So when you're not in the big blind or small blind, that's what this percentage is.
He's not playing. And look at Lionel and Rich, too. Haven't really played a
Yeah,
hand.
Sue and Keith have seen a third of the time they're not in the big blind, they're in the hand. They have put money in the pot right now.
All in.
Rich,
But they've
under the
had-
gun, jams it, pocket fours.
Wow, that's a risky
This has
move.
been the move. This is what he's done.
I said
It's
that to you
all in or
earlier,
nothing.
but this one with fours, yeah, it's been
It's
all
the
or
right
nothing. I
move.
said it earlier.
Really
Sue,
put the screws on here.
Sue, you can't possibly. She's pondering only because they're suited, but there's no way she's calling this.
What's that about
What an
395,
aggressive
Rich?
move.
It's almost, it's 500. It's 505, something like that.
510.
You don't want to see a flop. He did not
And that's
wanna
it.
see
All right, Rich. Rich gonna take it down. Pocket fours, big shove. This is what he's been doing. Rich been really increasing his stack here with these shoves. Scooped up the blinds a number of times already.
My big blind?
Gonna shout out some of the chat here. We got Mojo TD 2020. He says showing your cards after raising to a fold indicates you don't want to be played back at. It's an elementary tell, he says. Fold'em 219 says, can we get the dealer of death, Charles Alley, to finish this table, please? And thank you. Jimmy Rivers says, what's up, Joey D? What's up, Jimmy?
No, that's my good luck cupcake.
And he's right about that tell. When you show your cards, and that unless you always show your cards, it does show that you're more of you're setting up your aggression for later.
Yes. It is showing that you don't want to be played back at.
Right.
Behind me, I made money.
You're like, look at the strong hand I had. See? Stay away from me. Don't re-raise me ever, please. Don't 3-bet me.
Right.
No one likes to be 3-bet.
40,000.
Andre.
Raise.
Andre's waking up here. He chose a king 9 to get aggressive with here. Nice. Raised it up. Oh no, he just called. Oh no, he did
Yeah,
raise.
he
All
did
right.
raise, yep.
He raised
There's
to
a little
100,000.
delay,
That's what I thought,
delay
yeah.
on the computer.
It's hard to see the chip stacks sometimes here.
He's in
5 deuce
position though.
folds, he
He's
did
playing
it.
solid
He
poker.
knew.
He's in position.
Let's see if we get a reaction.
He's showing.
That's
He
reaction.
shows the 9.
Ooh.
What does that mean? Pocket 9s.
Yeah, I guess he's repping pocket 9s. That's what he's repping.
That or ace 9. Or some shady king 9 he just chose to just randomly get
He wa-
aggressive with.
He was in
That's
position.
good though. That's it. He was in position. Hasn't played a hand in forever. That's
Yeah.
that's the way
and
to do
he
it.
did just show the ace queen,
Rich.
so he's trying. Yeah.
Rich isn't looking to get involved there, probably with anything except premium. As we can see, this is how the stacks have gone so far. Pocket 3s here, under the gun.
Under the gun all day has a
That's
hand.
it.
All day, tough spot. And
Under
not
the gun's had a tough spot. This
tough
whole-
spot.
this
Yeah,
whole
tough
final table.
spot.
And
Like,
we've seen
you-
good folds the whole time.
Yeah. And he's been sitting forever. How does he fold? I mean, he's sitting forever. He finally gets a hand, but at the same time,
Yeah.
there it
He's
is.
got 95 in.
Oh, he
That's
had-
it.
yeah.
He had 95. It's 40,
It's
45
40,
in.
yeah. The next big blind is 40,000.
Oh,
And that-
Andre
look
picks
at
up
this.
pocket tens again. This is
the
the hand of the
third
tournament.
time he's done this.
He's had tens before. That's how he knocked out Dwanki here. This is it.
He is just dominating this final table.
All in.
Ooh,
All
he re-raised
in.
all of it. Wow.
And
That's-
Keith, watch how quick this fold is going to be for Keith. Watch
That's
this.
some isolation. That's some protection right there.
Watch how quick he's going to fold.
It's going to cost you all of your chips to play in this hand, folks. All of them.
Seven of diamonds
And
exposed.
Keith also has only played one other hand. And this is the first time he woke up with ace-10, but he can't even think about calling. Only because Andre went all in. If Andre just flat calls,
Good luck, all in.
All in.
now what do you think about that move? I see this all the time. I mean, he could have raised 200,000.
I see a lot of people jam with their pair. That's like
But what if
so
Keith Longshore
risky.
wakes up with Jack?
You
flat
have to have
behind you?
enough chips to be willing to fold to someone behind you. If you're the chip leader there, I kind of like just shove and get everyone out.
Oh,
4-3 Dan's here. Oh man, this is
Dan ended
Lionel's
up in
down
the
to
hand
one
too.
out. Oh, 9-9-8.
Good fly. This may be
We
a
are-
double knockout for our chip leader.
This might be it.
And it is.
Oh,
It's a
that's
double
it.
knockout for our chip leader.
Tens
And it's
and nines.
starting to get intense, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing for $10,000 for first place. You heard us earlier do the introductions. The only person on this table who's ever won more than $2,000 ever in a poker tournament is Rich Ellis.
Yeah.
The rest of the players here, Keith's biggest win is 1,100. Andre's biggest win, I think, was like 2,000.
What do you mean, how?
Oh, Dwanki's biggest win says 12,000. Okay, so we've got a couple, but he's out at this point. Sue Kennedy's 16,000. So actually, I stand corrected because of the No Limit Open.
So hold on. So you probably
So
get
that was a double knockout there. We have a new dealer change. That was Ed Mueller was dealing before.
Oh.
Former No Limit champion of pub poker. And now a dealer at the Kennel Club. Now we got Michael Richards dealing. I heard them talking about, I think they want to run numbers here on a potential chop. It
That's
looks
what they're
like.
talking
Let's see.
about.
Oh, well, we're at least still playing in here. I heard them, they might start talking about money soon. That tends to how these things go.
We pre-designed that they're not supposed to chop here at all because we want to keep the integrity again. Oh, I think he's calling me. Hang on a second.
These players want trophies, Carl. We always play it out for the trophy.
Should have played.
And that's it.
No, I just get my chips
Easy
back.
pot right there.
Yeah, now I need 30.
Sue just got a walk. How often do you see walks?
60, not just 60.
So I've got a dead button. Sue in the small blind, Andre big blind.
It is very, when I put it out there, it was like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Daniel shoves. He's been waiting for a hand. He picked up pocket nines. All in for 275. Only man left to get through is Andre. No, Andre not looking to double anyone up. That's it, raise and take it. As we can see, this is how this final table has gone. Andre has increased his stack by over 600,000. Rich, 200,000. Keith, 200,000. Daniel, 60. Sue, 40.
give him the 10, and the three of us chop. Second, third, and fourth. And then play it out for the trophy.
4 of us.
Four of us, yeah.
I'm fine by that.
You want to do that? Well, he's not going to chop, but he's got a monster stack. So it's five. Hold on, Carl.
Man, you can really hear some of the screaming going on back here.
I don't think they want you guys to chop. I don't think they want you guys to chop.
It doesn't matter. What do you mean you don't think you want to chop? Who's it up to? We're playing. Carl, hold on.
We got quite a lot of viewers up here. This final table, a lot of people here from the night tournament watching over this table. We got I wish I could swing the camera around. We got a whole railbirds, a lot of railbirds up here, looking good, screaming, rooting their players on. Looks like they're talking chop here.
Oh, okay. Let's go then.
So they're talking deal. All right, we got hands going. There's always the constant talk of money here. Damn, 10-7, Jack 4.
How much would that come out to, Carl?
Don't matter. We're gonna give you
No,
10 grand, bro.
I know, just so that he would know, you know.
He doesn't want us to.
He's giving up like 2 grand to maybe get like 9 grand. 500.
Yeah.
No.
And that's full. Keith gets a big walk in the big blind, ace 9.
It's 3.
800, yeah.
3.
Everyone's playing pretty tight at the moment.
Be like,
No one really got any hands there either.
that's fine. We can play. Let's go. Yeah, let's just. You can't chop it down the middle. He's got a big stack. We give him like 9. You take 9, right? Dude, there's no even shot. You're short stack.
Rich under the gun with a 6-5, suited. I wonder if this is the hand that he might does anything with. No, gets rid of it. Andre looking at an ace queen on the button here. Imagine he's gonna raise. He's got a huge stack. Imagine he's gonna swing it.
What's the count? 180.
Raise 180.
No, it's fine. We got somebody who thinks.
Andre picks up ace queen. Big raise, takes it down. No one wants to fight against that.
First place is 10.
As you guys saw there a few minutes ago, they're lobbying hard. Well, Rich Ellis is lobbying hard for a chop, and I understand. But these events, the Bar Poker Open, the No Limit Open, the WSOP, every single circuit or bracelet event or ring event, any live streamed event, pretty much they don't do chops because it ruins the integrity of the game. But we are willing to deviate a little bit in changing the price structure payout so that they can play it out.
Yeah. We love the content, so we obviously want them to play it out. We just want to see good poker, fun poker here.
Right, we want to see solid poker.
Yeah,
we don't want to see players be like, oh, we've chopped already, so therefore I'm going to play 6-5. I mean, how many under the guns would we have seen jammed if this was a chopped final table?
Look at this, Rich. Whoa.
Wow. This
is a huge move here.
Oh,
Oh.
here we go.
Wow.
And Keith they both hit the flop.
Yeah, they both nailed the flop.
Versus Jack
I
5.
just walked over here.
King versus the Jack.
Oh, but he has the
Rich.
club draw.
Club.
He
Yeah,
has the
this
club
was-
draw. Wow, and he's going to
Pair
get...
of Jacks, 5 clubs. What we got?
Oh,
that's the
my
club.
goodness, he got
God,
there.
Rich.
Wow.
Rich, big Rich. Rich is almost at 1 million chips now.
Wow.
990K on that club.
Wow.
And the 5 of clubs wins that hand right there.
That's unbelievable.
Praying he didn't have
Rich, if Rich can win this No Limit Open, he is going to leapfrog from
Wow, Rich.
This-
5 years ago, where he was a relatively new player in our league. Just 5 years ago, relatively new player in our league. And he's going to leapfrog into a Hall of Fame candidate for sure.
Oh, yeah.
If he can get heads up in this event. Which
This
right now
was
he's
huge right here. This
in line
was
to do.
3rd in chips, just doubled off
second
second.
in chips.
Yeah. You see Andre way up top still, but Rich looking at just under 1 million.
And that's, that's great poker too. I mean, he made a move because he had a mid pair and a flush draw.
Yeah.
So that's a good place to make a move. He's been shoving like that all day, like we talked about. It's either he's been either shoving or folding.
Split it down a little. How you feel this
And
split
Keith
it
makes a
down?
great call. He has a top pair.
Yeah. Yeah. They
So
both
he
nailed
makes
the
a
flop
great call.
there, so hard for both those hands to
Yeah.
get away at that point.
And Keith put him on a draw. Keith had the read. He put him on a draw. He said, "This guy's on a draw." And he's right because it doesn't make that much sense to bet that much.
You can see the chat Renee,
Oh, I'm missing
19,
it.
120. Oh my God, way to go, Rich.
Chris Warner in the chat room.
Rich loves Motown music, Joel says. That Jack 5. Look at this shove here. Keith shoved with ace 4. We see the hands. Back to, ooh, Sunshine Sue's got pocket deuces in the big blind.
Wow,
It's
Keith's
half
all
her
in.
stack to call.
So I've got 60 out there, right?
Sue,
She's got
Sue
340
has 60
total.
out, so it's 160 to call. She
Yeah.
hasn't made hand. I think she's going to make the call here. I've seen Sue play. I mean, she could go either way. It's right in the middle, I think, as a decision.
I bet she'll still have chips left, even if she loses this hand. You'd have to think a lot of the players that are shoving now are pretty desperate, so let's see. I think she's going to go for it. Oh, she does. She goes with the deuces. She says, I'm in. Deuces never loses.
Deuces never loses.
You just have to say it, folks. That's right.
Oh.
Ooh, ace. Ace hits it. Ace 7.
Deuce and a deuce only.
Running down to the deuce. Oh, that's it. Aces and trays.
So what is it?
Take this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So Sue did call,
Sue called, and that's it. Ace hit the flop.
and Keith is back in the game.
Yeah,
And this is now
doubled up. Sue's
now
now going
Sue's
to
the
be our
short
short
stack.
stacked, 180. Keith finds himself with $500,000. He's back in it. You can see the blinds. Blinds are pretty huge. Keith's got 8 big blinds. Sue's down to 3 here.
So were you pick one?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a tough spot there. You know, I know she didn't want to play them, and she knows she could have been up against a pair, and any pair's got her dominated. But at the same time, it's 160,000
Yeah,
into 400,000 chip pot.
yeah. And these shoves could be anything right there from a short stack. You got to think of pairs.
But the
good
problem is
enough.
it's 2 overs no matter what it is.
Yeah.
And that's the killer.
It's always deuces.
You're
always
ahead,
running it.
but you're always, you're flipping.
Flipping at best. It's a flip.
And don't you
At
hate when you
worst,
have
you're
pocket
crushed.
pairs, 6s or less, and the board goes 2 pair on the board?
Oh, yeah.
And you get
Oh, yeah.
counterfeited by
That's
anything?
how it happens. Jack 10. All right, he's all in.
So
Jack
Dan
10
making
makes
a
the
move.
move. Sue folded ace 9.
I love this bet.
Oh, no, Sue. Oh, Sue's
Sue's
in.
all in.
Sue's also all in with ace 9 behind him for less.
Sue wakes up. I like this move by Dan. He hasn't raised the entire time. So,
Yeah, he was in the cutoff there. He's got to try to jam that.
yeah, 100%. It's a great jam. It's a great jam hand.
Here we go. King 4-8, ace 9. Still ahead.
Ace 9 still ahead.
One
And
more
let's see
card
if
to
Sue-
go.
And Sue gets her chips
That's
back.
it. Don't leave home without an ace, Carl. That's it.
Okay, thank you, honey.
All right, here we go. Daniel's now. Oof. He's down to 1 big blind.
Hell, I never had a bill this high.
Have you been here this long?
Yes. Yes. 1 second.
All right, Daniel's under the gun. He's only got 95K left. He's looking at ace 4 suited. It's got to go in here. It is. He's in. Ace 4 suited, excuse me.
Ace 4 suited. This is getting serious now. See, they were all fun and games a little bit earlier,
Yeah,
but
no,
now it's
it's all
final
tight.
5, $10,000 for first place. It's getting pretty serious.
Yeah. These blinds are huge. They got choices to make on each hand. Is this the one or not?
Can someone buy a shot round for the final table?
Yeah, this
Loosen
guy's
these
got to
guys
loosen up. Chip in a chair. Let's go. Fold him 219 says. CM Warner thinks it's going to be Dre and Rich heads up. See how it goes. Someone's got a call out of a blind here, I imagine.
I was called, yeah.
Keith's got ace 8. Oh, Daniel's dominated here.
You had me too. I had King 4.
A little late for that.
I had King 4.
Oh, the 4 hits.
Wow, he hits
his
the
4.
4. Look at the chips moving around.
This is going to be huge for Daniel. He's got to fade an 8. That's it.
Oh,
Full
we would
house.
have chopped it.
Full house.
I had a
Deuces
4
full
too,
of
yeah.
4s. Big. Daniel survives this one. Still the short stack, but now he's got 4 big blinds instead of 1 there.
So 3 hands in a row, we saw the short stack manage to double up.
Yeah. Hits a full house. Pays 10-1 on Ultimate Texas Hold'em downstairs, by the way.
So Jason Rose is
But I
making a
knew I was
prediction.
behind there. That's why I didn't call. I figured you had an ace.
Dan 5th, Keith. That's not a bad prediction.
Yeah.
That's not based on the chip stacks, though. I think he's pretty much talking about what the chip stacks are.
Sue keeps on folding. She's just waiting. Andre, right here, raises it up to 120. It looks like. The 10-8. Daniel's got it. He picks up an ace queen. Easy shove. Andre's looking at just 100K to call. He's got 1.4 million. Seems like he's got a call here. Your hand's probably got to be live. As long as they don't have pocket jacks. Ace 10. That's it. He calls. He says, let's do it. Here we go. Ace queen. 10-8. Here comes the flop. Oh, they both hit. Ace and an 8. Down to 10%. And that's it. Oh, he hits 2 pair.
Yeah,
10s
boy.
and 8s, 2 pair.
Yeah.
Andre can't be stopped. He's a machine.
God damn it.
1.9 million. Woo. Wow, you heard that up there?
Yeah, boy.
This rail is screaming for
Told him
Andre.
I liked it. I can't believe that shit.
Andre's got to be the crowd favorite. He's got tons of fans here. They're all screaming.
You guys want a chip shop?
What are you proposing?
Carl!
Wow, down to 4.
Where's Carl? Did somebody get Carl?
Here we go.
He's not gonna
All right,
count.
now you know what they do. Every time a player gets knocked out, they gotta talk about it. They always talk about money.
It's 10, 5,
Can't really chop it until 3-handed here, but I don't know what they're gonna talk about.
8. It's 8.
So 10. Carl, what's the?
It's 5, 2.
Just talking the numbers over here. This would be a little bit.
1, 5, 2, and 1.
Between
Wait, so how much is the total?
So just a heads up here, today was the 90th birthday of the Palm Beach Kennel Club. You can see this is our website here. These are some of our tournaments here. We have poker tournaments every night of the week here. Our final tables for Friday day and Saturday day, they're live streamed every weekend. See what they're talking about again here.
We could do 10, 78, 10, 28, 25, 25. We're still playing it out. We're not chopping. You guys are playing it out no matter what.
We still play it out. Why can't we chop how we want to chop?
Because then you're not playing state.
Has some talk here, yeah. Again, Andre just taking it down, 1.9 million. Rich still sitting at 16 big blinds, 960.
Because it changes how people play. Once you have a chop, you talk about it.
People chop.
As usual, they talk money.
I get you want to have somebody get 10,000.
It's not about the 10,000.
Of course it
It's
is.
more about the next one.
No, it's not. It's about the 10,000.
I came here as a person to see all the options.
Let's take a look to the chop here, to the chat. We got Remdog 561 in the chat. Jay Rosen 96. Give some more shout outs. Skelly Sam 1.
similar to what you're saying anyway, except for we're playing it out.
Except we'll play it out and then the next place gets this.
And not just for a trophy. You can still win 10,000. He's not.
He already guaranteed me to take it.
And he's
I
not allowed to
guarantee.
do that.
No.
That's my whole point.
Listen.
not allowed.
Here's what I propose. You guarantee 8, and then we split the
We have
rest.
some more
That's
stats
what
here.
I'm proposing, and then we play it out. It's not gonna infect the game.
As the blinds get bigger,
Second
people are
in
gonna
chips,
just
so that's-
be forced to shove a little more. So
Pretty close.
it's in about a third of the hands, about a quarter, a third of the hands.
He's totally
being
second
played
in
here.
chips.
Right.
He's being nice, but I'm just telling you how it's
Right,
being.
I'm good
telling
with
you
that.
what the only option is. It's 10,000 for first, 28, 25, 25.
And he's saying play it out, whoever gets
And play that. Now, when you
last
get heads
gets
up, you
25.
can renegotiate. But right now, if you want to do what you're trying to do, 10, 28, 25, 25.
It's like poker. Like
In the meantime, let's check out some of the website here again, see if I can get this going.
I want somebody to win 10 grand. That's fine. Let's just play.
Seems like they're gonna play it out. They said let's just play. It's usually how these negotiations go sometimes. They said no chop, not yet.
Lines are going up 40,000, 80,000.
Oh, yeah.
80,000 next time.
Lines gonna be going up next hand, 40, 80. Wow.
When you get 3
Andre
waves,
looking at 9-7 here.
going 755. That's the only other alternative to everything.
He's like, I don't want to get involved.
I understand business stuff.
Keith Rich, get a walk.
So now it would be 48.
button?
No, it's a dead button.
Look at this aggression frequency. Andre, 32%. It says Rich is at 0, but I'm not so sure about that number. Andre, he's looking down at Queen Jack offsuit. Under the gun. Our chip leader. Imagine he's going to get involved here. Just calls, 80,000.
Oh, shit, I meant to raise.
How much that?
He said he meant to raise, but he called. Rich, 9-8. Imagine he's going to complete this in the small blind. Sue going to get a free look at this flop. Flop's 8-4-3. Rich hits top pair, all in right away. Takes it down. See? All you had to do there was just raise. Raise under the gun. Take that pot down.
Hope you guys. I'm just not. I'm just
Remdog 561 says Rich plays best position at final tables. Definitely plays his position really well.
You know, a nice lump sum.
40.
You know what I mean?
We got Gator Fan Hawk in the chat here. Jada Pem says scared money don't make money.
I can't even play.
Got here, all right, some more action here. Andre, easy win. No one wants to fight him.
Rich, I agree with you.
Bro Brian 1 says, how does the Staten Islander make the No Limit Hall of Fame?
He doesn't want to do it.
He wants somebody to get 10 grand. I get that. That's fine.
We got people taking bets, trying to make bets in the chat here.
Money. It's our money right
Rich, Queen 10 offsuit under the gun. He's got a 1.2 million. He's got enough to put in a raise. He doesn't have to shove it. He just says fold.
I'm all in.
Like Remdog says, he only plays position. Sue behind him, ace 3. Sue all in with 280K, ace 3. Gotta like it. Any ace in her spot, gotta shove. Takes it down. Plus 200K on that. It's huge. Huge to take those blinds down.
Thank you.
40, 80, 80. There's 200K in the pot. Here's our chip count, Rich. Yeah. Rich with the lead, 1.2 million. Getting closer to the lead, I should say. Sue looking at 6-3. No good.
Well, thanks for last hand, Marco. I should have told you that. Gave you one.
10-6, Keith with pair of nines. He's been waiting forever. Keith's been waiting patiently. He says, this is it. Nines, I'm in. Give me those blinds. There we go. Oh, he showed the hands. It's that fast dealer. Michael Richards dealing. First time, final table. Stream.
Am I giving you the wrong amount of money? What am I having a problem with this for? I have no idea.
Here we go. So here's the next hand here. Andre with an 8-5. All right, so we got dealer Mike Richards here joining on the stream. I need someone to talk to while Carl figures out all the stuff here. I'm flying solo. I am not Joe Rogan or...
Doing a good job back here, though.
Yeah, I'm trying. Going on here. Hard to go solo. Ryan Rostillo has a podcast where he just goes just himself.
Oh, yeah?
Wow.
I like the way your hair looks in that headset.
Thanks,
amazing.
buddy.
Killing me.
All right, so we're looking at the next hand here. Let's see.
Oh, no, I remember being the big blind and having to fold it.
So what are we down to, 4 players?
Yeah, we're down to 4 players. Plays pretty tight, so you've seen it.
I've been in there, dealt it, you know.
You've been in the trenches today. Got Keith, ace jack. Under the gun, ace jack. Raise to 10K. All right, takes it down. Easy win. Andre, 1.6 million. Rich, 1 million. Keith increases his stack. Getting close there, only halfway to Andre. This is anyone's game right now. Sue looking to double up. There we go. Next hand here. Pretty tight play all night here, though, I think. A lot of aces under the gun, folding.
Folding aces under the gun?
Oh, there was a ton of it.
What's going on here?
Yeah. Every hand, someone had a pair, ace rag under the gun.
Unbelievable.
Some huge folds.
Who's this guy dealing? He needs a haircut.
Yeah, this guy needs a haircut here and a shave, this dealer. Keith, option ace-9. He's got to take it. He shoves.
It looked like a call. Wasn't a call, though. Just putting out his
Trying to be
blinds.
slick, man.
Just a stretch.
Oh, that did. Yeah, that did look a little funny. It's what he said call and
He
the
said
shove came in.
call the
He put it
80
in,
and
yeah.
threw out his 40
that's
right
all
there.
His money didn't go in. That wouldn't count yet. Andre with king 5 suited here. This is a pretty big fold. Yeah, he can't. That's a tough call there. Keith hasn't. Again, he's only played a couple hands. Look at this.
Obito, this ain't
Maybe
caller
not.
roasting it. This is the dealer roasting the dealer.
Take you behind the curtain for a couple minutes here. Wave. It's gonna be me. Hey, how you doing? Smile at the camera there, Mike.
Two
There he
places at
is.
one time.
Hey, we know
What's
this
up,
guy.
dude?
How does that work? There we go.
I know what I'm supposed to do. do, but I can't.
It's like somebody. Andre, 10-9. What's he doing here? Ooh, he was feeling it. I think he was mad about that last hand. Takes it down. Big, easy raise. Raise and take it. Let me see the chat here. Let's see. We got Chef Trevor 24. Rich ain't winning. He gonna make top 2 and beg for a chop.
Top 2 and beg for the chop.
Rubio says, why does Carl gotta roast the dealer like that? Still think that dealer needs a haircut.
I think so too.
Yeah.
His beard's weak. Palms are sweaty. Barely pitched the cards.
I believe that's right.
His knees weak. Andre. Andre has been a force to be reckoned with this final table here. Chef Driver 24 says Andre's gonna swoop the whole table and then shots at McKenna's, everybody. We'll see you there.
Mom spaghetti.
All right, Chihuahua says Mom spaghetti, that's right. First place is 10K here, so this isn't, you know, this is, you know, nothing to sneeze at here.
What is he got here? 10-6, looking
You can
for
see
a
why he
raise?
always wanted to 10-6. He's been putting these raises now. He's feeling it now. He's wielding this stack around. Andre's been pretty aggressive this whole time. He's had hands, but he's changing gears now. Look at this.
All in call.
Ooh, Jack 5 is 10-6. Sue was down. She didn't have much left. She's ahead though.
Yeah.
70-30. Number 7, pretty
Lot
far
of
ahead.
outs.
One more. Ooh. Oh, the
Bing.
10 on the river. Wow, that's it.
It's unfortunate.
Can we take like a 3-minute
You hate to see it.
Andre he's steamroll. 2.1 million.
You have to interview Carl.
Wow, this crowd is screaming. You hear that? All these railbirds are
Yeah,
everywhere.
you hate to see it, Joey. Live and
Wow.
die by the river.
Oh, that's it. Andre brought in tons of people with them. They got signs, people standing up, cheering. Unbelievable.
I'm going.
Can we take a break? We need to pee. Pause the clock for 2 minutes.
Wow. So as usual, when a player gets knocked out, they always want to pause it. They want to talk money now. Jimmy Rivers says, "Great job, Sue. Sunshine Sue finishes 4th."
Let's do 8-4-4.
Jimmy Rivers says that?
Jimmy Rivers 77
How
in the chat
ironic.
here.
And then we play for the trophy.
I'm down.
All right, Carl.
She's well deserved and always a great competitor. She is always a force at every final table. No Limit Pub Poker Tour legend.
And then there were 3.
And there were 3. GRC says, "Let's go, Rich." Wow, Hot Tub TV, Mind Eraser shots, Dre. Chat's begging for a chop here. 8K, 4K. Shots
Let him
downtown.
chop, huh? What about the
Right,
trophy?
where
You
we
can't
going?
just let him chop.
Oh, yeah. These players love to play for a trophy, and
You
they're
gotta play for the trophy. The 2 watches
They
on the
definitely gotta
side.
play
Yeah, I
for a
mean, come
trophy
on.
there. I can't imagine them not.
Can't
Look at
chop up watches.
Those watches. All right, we got a dealer change. We got Ed Mueller back in there. You know that Ed is a former main event champion for No Limit Poker.
No
Oh,
way.
yes. I've known Ed a very long time. Good friend of mine.
I know that.
Came up in the bar league with me, and then we both work here for at least the last 10 years. But
Let's
Ed's
go
been
green
here,
shirt
yeah.
Chancer starting in the background.
Let's go green shirt chance.
Looks like we have a crowd favorite.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Green shirt, and then Andre.
Carl, do not cave. No chop.
Chat's begging, no chop, please don't chop. You want to put this out. I'm going to take bets. Remdog says I put $100 on Rich to win. Any takers?
$100 on Rich.
Yep.
Looks like we have a
big.
bathroom break here, huh? Like,
Yeah, I think they're taking a 3-minute little bathroom break here. Take a look at the chip count again. Andre, 2.1 million. Rich, 800K. Keith, 785K.
I mean, that could change it all in one hand, you know?
Oh, yeah, he's
800K.
blind. There's 200K in the pot before we
Yeah.
even gets under the gun. Legacy Dances, bet on black. Rob Ryan won. Coronas for the table on me. Let's go. Here's the payouts. This is why they talk about it so much. There's an $8,000 difference between third
This is
and
what we're trying to
first.
chop up here?
This is what they're trying to chop up. Maybe chop up, still play, I don't know, 10K for first. Big difference between first and third. Pretty huge.
That is a
8K is
pretty big
huge,
difference.
and they've got like 10 big blinds.
Considering it's one hand and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
in first place,
It's massive.
it's a big jump. I don't know why they would want to chop.
Spaceman Rick 009 says, did the gun show stop? Where did the big hunk of a dealer go?
I think he took a break, Spaceman Rig.
I think he
Cool
took a
your
break.
jets. He'll be back, though, after this dealer if the table keeps going.
Yeah. I can see Carl's voice has changed. You know, got Michael Richards here in the booth with me.
Man of many trades over here.
Man of many talents around here.
Just go for the 10K. Just get 10K
Says,
for
just
first.
get 10K for first and let's go.
Yeah. Why were the payouts so gapped? I don't know.
It's really top heavy. That's how their main events always goes. Really rewards the champion of all this right here. Pretty huge gap though, but I don't know. Pretty standard for a poker tournament. Second tends to be a little less than half.
Second, usually, like,
A lot
what
of
is it, like
times.
usually 50, 30, 20, something like that,
Yeah.
along those lines?
No, it's 17. It's 10, 5, and 2, so there's 17.
10, 5, 2, 17 plus the other.
So that's a good shot.
Way too top heavy. It is a little top heavy, but you know,
Then we play
what are you gonna do?
Hey, that's how they do it. That's why there's a lot of tension for this money here. A lot of chopping, a lot of, you know, everyone's.
You got to
See.
ship it to win it in this one.
8, 45, 45. And I play for the
Raised it.
No, because
I
there's
was
another
happy with
1,000.
the 8 4
No, 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 no. Because there's another 1,000. I didn't know that.
Ready to go?
9 4 4. This stack. 9 4 4.
All right, let's just play then.
They're playing it out. Okay. Okay.
We're not chopping it. He don't want to chop for 500. We're not doing it.
All right. It's 80,000.
Okay, looks like game on. Here we go. It's not easy to take first. It's pretty top heavy, but they're talking about this. Ooh, I think they got a deal.
I need another 5,000.
Yeah, but we're chopping 8, 45, 45.
You're restructuring it to 8,000, 45, 45 to spot. There's no guarantee you could still
A lot of different feelings here as to whether or not
That's not what we're agreeing on.
What are you talking about?
how much should first get or not here. Looks like Andre wants
I'm not
8,000.
afraid.
Looks like
three-handed, you're right. Three-handed, you're right.
if Rich were to listen to Iris by Goo Goo Dolls, he wins. That is his theme song here. All right, we got a commentary change. Mike Richards going back in. Hell of a job, Mike.
I'm
We
not
got Carl's
sure
back.
how many viewers are still out there, but this is an education for everyone on
Hold on,
why.
before you even look at your cards,
Hold on.
what are we doing? Hold on. Are you okay with 8?
They're talking the chop there. It's Andre's wanting 8K here.
And we all want the watch and the trophy, dude.
Technically, you have to
Finish the hand. Finish the hand.
You said no, and then now you're renegotiating.
So all y'all fall.
All right, so looking to finish this hand here. I think this might be it. I think they might have agreed to something here. I think Andre wants his 8K, and then I think they're gonna chop the rest of it. Let's see.
Chat. Chat. Call.
Man, I'd love to see a player just get eliminated right here. When before the chop happens, some fireworks happen. Come on, Ed, deal a cooler.
Check, check,
Chat.
check.
Yeah, play for the trophy.
150 call.
Andre takes it down. Andre's just steamrolled this whole table here. Hand after hand after hand. Andre looking at 2.4 million. Rich, 800K. Keith at 475.
right now it would have already been 10-5-2.
We can't leave it at that.
5-4.
10,
Good with
5,
that?
2.
Four?
Let me ask you a
You gotta
question.
be good with 4 because third's only 2.
Let me ask you. Can we leave it at that? 10, 5, 2.
No, obviously.
No, because he
All right, back again. Yeah, they're still talking here.
wait, so
Chris
hold
Warner
on.
says can't settle for less than 8K. Yeah, Andre's got to take at least 8. He's got so many chips.
That's 8-5.
No, 8, 5 is 13, 17, 4, 3. So do 85, 55, 35.
It's like
All right, so third place.
they're talking numbers here. Every time a player gets knocked out, you know, they're talking numbers here. More of this.
And you're don't play it out.
No, that's the answer.
Yeah, which in that case, I'd rather play it out from 10. You guys aren't making it right.
But, small ball.
Small. That's why I said it gets complicated.
Rich and Andre have really swung their stacks around, really accumulated. Keith's managed to, he picked his spots really well here. Managed to survive all these tables, played real tight, picked his spots well, got in good. All right, plays on.
Did I put them in?
All right, guys, I'm finally back. Sorry for abandoning the booth here, but I was pulled in there to try to negotiate some possible chops. And this is why we don't see live feeds allow any sort of negotiations of chops whatsoever, because it's not fun to watch people negotiating chops. It's also not great for the players who are being pressured to chop when sometimes they don't want to chop. In some of the casinos, I've noticed now, in a lot of the casinos, even when they're trying to negotiate chop in these bigger games, they actually pass around, they pause the clock and they pass around a button, yes or no, after they negotiate, and then they put all the buttons in and shuffle it so no one's being peer pressured into a chop. It's become a very complicated and difficult part of the poker business when you're playing for more than $15,000, $20,000 on making chops. And it's hard to do, and it's hard to find the right numbers. That's why ICM chops are very popular. But also, when you're playing for a trophy and a crown in a prestigious event, you kind of ruin the integrity of the game. Once you chop and you're just playing for a trophy,
Yeah,
the play is not gonna be
it
the way
always
it would
changes.
be.
Once the chop's set, then all the poker itself actually changes. The way your intentions, everything, it's impossible to play the same.
Yeah, I mean, Joey, this whole tournament we've seen pocket deuces, pocket fives,
Yeah.
ace queen, ace six under the gun. If you're only playing for a trophy, and you've already negotiated the chop for the big money,
You're feeling
you're
good.
probably
How many risks
shoving,
you
right?
taking? Yeah, you're not feeling nervous. Those you know what I mean, those butterflies ain't flying through you. And there's an 8K difference between first and third. Like every decision you make right now is a really big deal.
Right, you're tanking, you're thinking
Oh,
it
yeah.
through, you're
gotta
analyzing all
think.
the options.
And the blinds are big, so you really got to pick your spots really well here for them. So
Right.
yeah,
We're trying to duplicate that level here at the No Limit Open. We want the level of integrity of the poker play to match the event, to match what these players are feeling. I mean, they're playing for millions sometimes or hundreds of thousands, but it's the same level of butterflies, like you're saying, and also the decision making. So when in doubt, you're going to jam if you've already chopped, whereas when in doubt, you're going to fold when you're playing for thousands of dollars. And we want to see that. We want to watch that action. So we tried a couple of times, but unfortunately we couldn't pull it off.
Andre's still picking up cards. Gets a walk in the big blind with pocket sevens. No one wants to go against Andre.
Yeah, Andre's just it's amazing how many final tables one player just dominates.
Yeah.
Takes the chip leads, able to be aggressive.
Yeah, for some players, once they get the stack, you just need to just a little bit of cards, and you can do it.
What's that?
People don't want to play
All right,
it.
Yeah.
Rich here. Let's see what Rich's going to do here. This is a pretty good hand three-way.
It's 80 to call. Sitting with 920. Big raise. 250.
Yep, I like that. I mean, Jack 10. Ooh.
Andre.
Wow.
The buzzsaw right behind him.
Yep.
This is a call.
Yep. He's got enough chips to call here, Andre. He can afford to lose 200,000.
Keith wisely gets out of the way of this. Even
Wow,
though
Andre just calls. I'm surprised he didn't shove there three-handed. That's a beast of a hand.
It's flop 2-8-5. No one hits.
Wow, he's gonna bet.
Andre's got to
out.
decide if he should lead out. He's gonna think, am I betting into an ace here? What did Rich raise with? He just takes it.
Yeah.
First initiative is gonna take that one.
This is what we're talking about right here, because of the fact that they're playing for 5,000 for second and 2,000 for third.
Yeah, it's a
he
big
can make that
difference.
move.
Yep.
If not, Rich calls there.
Yeah, and
right. If it's
on a
already
board
chopped
like
out,
that, yeah.
Or
like,
I mean, Rich Mike. Let me rephrase that. If Rich had ace rag, he's going to call that board.
Yeah.
More than likely.
I think if you have ace king, he especially calls that board.
Oh, 100%.
I think that's a call.
Even
any
ace
pair,
eight.
any pocket pair, call.
Yeah.
Ace rag, you're still out. I think. That's why it's good to lead out there for Andre.
I love that play by Andre.
Oh, it's awesome.
He flats and then bets the flop on anything that doesn't look dangerous and takes it down. He pretty much put Rich all in, I think.
Yeah,
on that bet.
he puts Rich like in a tough spot. He says, Rich, like your hand's either good right now, like
Yeah,
if
you
it was
either have
good
pocket tens or
pre-flop,
you're not.
that's it. If it was good pre-flop, then it's good now. But if not, that's it. You can't call that. It's where being able to go first, like that's the reverse position, you know, or being able to take the initiative, very important. Can be very important.
Oh, he flashed.
Yeah, I think I saw that too.
Wow. So our
bit.
dealer here, I think our dealer here is also rattled from watching this chop pressure that's been going on at this table. It's kind of put a little bit of
Everybody saw it. Oh, you saw
an
it?
odd feeling for the final table, which is common. Again, it's common, right? I mean, you run a lot of tournaments here. How often do you see some pressure in chop situations when one person doesn't want to chop and three
all the
people
time.
do?
It's
like-
usually always the case. There's always
It's
someone.
almost every,
There's always
right?
a holdout.
There's always a holdout.
Yeah.
Always a holdout.
Everyone's got their reasons though for not wanting
Yeah.
to chop. I've made arguments for both ways, for not chopping and the fact that how often are you going to have a chance to beat 5 other people for this huge score, you know?
Yep.
When if you can take down first in a tournament, that's huge. I'd pay for a year's worth of poker.
I always say that it's very hard to chop unless the chips are somewhat equally distributed. When they're somewhat equally distributed, it's a lot easier.
Check, all in.
All right, Keith.
I like this. See,
King
I
nine.
mean,
It's
solid
insane.
play. Rich goes all in for $500,000 because he hit mid pair. But I
Got
like that
mid-pair.
play.
You
He
got to
did
lead
that-
out.
Yeah, you got to lead out. He did that earlier. You know, for those people watching who are like, how does he bet that mid pair with no kicker? It's basically he's not betting his hand. He's betting that basically Andre missed.
Yeah.
He's just betting that Andre missed. And if
Yeah.
Andre did hit, he still has 5 outs. That's how he looks at it.
Yeah.
He's betting 80% that Andre missed and the 20% chance that Andre hit the jack, hit the top pair.
No,
He still
that's
has
your
5
best shot.
outs.
Yeah. If you hit, you jam right there. Gator Fan Hawk has pretty much already done the ICM chop in the chat here for everybody.
Oh, yeah?
All right, play goes on here. Keith is all in the call for Keith. He's got 98 diamonds. This is an easy call.
All in.
You gotta love this hand here in this spot. What's he gonna do? Andre. Andre's in no matter what. He's got his blind more than covers this, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tall 140.
Oh, I guess not. Never mind. Keith was all in for 140. Andre calls 40. 9-8 suited, 6-4 off.
Ooh, they both catch it.
Yeah, they both catch.
Are those 3 hearts?
That's
Ooh,
3
he's
hearts.
got 3 hearts.
He's got the 6 of
We've
hearts
seen
right
this
there.
earlier. This is
Ooh,
he
he
hits
gets-
2 pair. He's almost drawing dead now again.
Can't
And
be
the flush
stopped.
2.
Can't be stopped.
Look at
Andre,
this.
just
This
roll.
game is so amazing.
Yeah.
He not only he has
He couldn't do
4-6.
anything wrong at this final table
Yeah,
here.
he doesn't
won every
even want to
hand.
play the hand, but he has to
No.
because he's pot committed. And not only does he turn 2 pair,
No.
virtually making him drawing dead. He hits the flush anyway.
But that was Keith. Keith right there finishes 3rd place. It's $2,185.
Carl.
Keith played really well at that final table there. Picked his spots really well.
Oh.
Tough to be the short stack there.
I'll
Exactly.
be right back. I'm going to go do shots with the fellas. I'll be right back.
Still playing.
Yeah. Carl's been time traveling all tonight. It's pretty good. It's amazing. Carl, Mike Richards. It's
No, just play it out.
They're big blind.
All right, let's go. I get 5 anyway, right? And you get 10, we get 5.
all right.
Oh, hey,
As
Joe.
usual, player gets knocked out. Mike,
Oh, hey,
hey,
buddy.
join me. I've been
Hey,
flying,
guy.
I've been flying solo, man.
I
For
I
a
flew
while.
solo for a little while too myself
Commentating.
back there in the production area.
Doing my
So
best Ryan Rostillo or Joe Rogan. My best, you know. Tough to keep it going.
yeah, you've been good.
But all right. I think I did all right first job.
Sure, we threw you to the wolves here.
I
So
definitely got thrown to the wolves tonight, but definitely
how does that how did it make you feel?
It felt good. This was a lot of fun.
Yes, Fold'em, a familiar voice, has come into
There he is.
the commentary position for a little while here.
Voice of comfort.
Oh, there's my fat fingers hitting the camera button incorrectly.
Oh, I think shots of Crown are coming.
Yeah, I've been back in the cave of despair,
Yeah.
doing the camera and graphics.
Flying solo back there too.
It's been a fun one. It's been a interesting evening.
It's pretty good action. A lot of tight folds actually.
This game is taking place at PBKC 1111 North Congress Avenue, as Mike Jameson used to say, conveniently right across the street from Palm Beach International Airport. I had to steal his line whenever I do the intro because
you can't miss it.
paying homage to one Mr. Mike Jameson. Here's Carl doing his impromptu shots that he was discussing.
There it is. This is Carl leaving me solo in the booth while he drinks.
This is Carl. Should not put the drinks over the table, but
Yep.
we're either here nor there.
Fucking tequila. Shit.
Andre just got wrecked by tequila.
That was nasty.
200.
So I guess let's say, Joey, first time in the box here doing this thing,
Oh yeah.
leading the ship.
Yep.
How do you feel?
Feel pretty good.
Did you have a good time?
I did. It was a lot of fun actually. I was nervous for like the first minute actually, and then that was it. And then I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's about how
got
I felt the
this.
first time they threw me into the wolves. They're like, Mike, by the way, here you go.
I'm
You're
more
on
like,
commentary.
Carl, why are you leaving me
I
by
have some
myself?
vodka now, please.
Mike, get in here. He's like, huh? This dude needs a haircut.
Thank you, Carl.
Yeah, so for anybody that has been watching with us tonight, thank you so much. I don't know if Joey's plugged this, but as you see stream elements with that exclamation point enter, if you hit exclamation point enter and you've watched the stream for longer than 10 minutes, you will get an entry into a raffle for our main event for the Spring Classic right here at PBKC, third weekend in March, with a $200,000 giveaway. If you've been watching this entire time and you hit exclamation point enter and then put max tickets afterwards, you'll get all your tickets that you've watched on the stream. Those will all get entered into the random drawing. The drawing will take place I believe the Saturday before. We'll confirm that date in a little while. Again, so if you have time already, hit exclamation point, then the word enter. You got to hit exclamation point and then the word enter. I'm going to give it back to Carl.
All right, Carl's back here.
All right, quick shot of Patron, and we're back in action.
Chop, we can chop. That's what I told you.
Yeah, they're
So
still
here we
going
go.
here.
Andre, as he knew and as I think everyone knew, was going to win this tournament. He's got the chip stack the whole way. This is going to be the hand. He's dominating all day long. This is like a Jamie Gold.
Just picks up fives
Final
again.
table.
His stack has ballooned to 3.2 million.
Really? You're all in. What's the count?
Rich has gone all in here. We have not seen Rich's cards yet. Rich has gone all in.
This is enough.
Yeah, this is, I just noticed this too. Rich went all in out of turn.
He's gonna do it, so
It was supposed to be on Andre first. He's the button here. The button is the small blind. They act first. But Andre's in. They,
why?
They're both in.
No, I'm in for 50.
100.
No, you're the
In
big
for
one.
100.
I'm not the big one.
Yeah, you are.
She's the small, you're the big.
I'm for 100 and 100.
Yeah.
Let's go.
When your head's up,
Wow, he could have
fine
folded.
is.
He
kind
could
yeah.
have folded.
I don't
do it, baby.
I don't
Here we
think
go,
so. The
baby.
floor's gonna make him go all in there.
All in?
He's two.
He went all in at a
overs.
turn there.
Wow,
This
look at
was
this
it.
flop. Flush draw. Can
Flush
he
draw.
escape? Can Andre
This
escape
five,
this?
Andre.
He does.
Andre, that's it.
He
People
does
cheering.
escape it.
Wow,
Boy.
screams from Andre.
Andre owns the Kennel Club.
He crushed this tournament. Crushed this final table. Well done. He had good hands the whole time. Chose one or two hands to get aggressive with. Hit those hands too. That's it. That's how you win, guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
well
Andre
done.
wins first
Wow,
place.
congrats.
Jack
He had
6.
fives.
I got
flopped
pocket
2 diamonds. I
fives.
had a flush
Chat's
draw.
blowing up.
We're gonna pull him
Yeah.
down here. So Andre dominates the final table. I mean, he basically got hit with cards most of the day, and he did make 2 or 3 folds where he could have made loose calls, and he decided not to. He decided
Yeah, he
not to
played
get
a hell of a
involved
game.
early, and then
It
he
was a
went
hell
on
of
a
a game.
super tear down the stretch.
Oh yeah.
But he
Here we
really
are,
did.
guys.
He made some good folds.
There's Mikey B back there.
So
He
we're
was
gonna
in
bring-
production, doing
we're
all the graphics.
We're gonna ask Andre to come down here with the trophy. Hey guys, bring the trophy down and the watch. Let's get Andre
Yeah,
down here. For
Andre's
a
going to
minute.
come down here. He's going to take over for me. Carl, have you talked to him? Thanks, everybody, for the good night. Well done, Andre.
Thanks to the viewers for tuning in. Like I said, we had a little bit of a rough ride. There were some chop negotiations, but it's never easy to chop, and that's why we don't like doing it ever at these final tables, especially when we're live streaming, because it's not fun to watch, and there's always someone who doesn't want to chop, and then people feel like they're being peer pressured, so it's a little bit rough. And like Joey said earlier, I do sympathize with both sides. I sympathize with the people who want to chop. I sympathize with the people who don't want to chop. And everyone always has their reasons. It's a tough situation. That's why I personally, and just advice for all the viewers out there, I personally try to say don't chop, but just agree to renegotiate the structure of the final table. Meaning, you can still play it out and then just divide the prize pool a little bit differently, a little bit more equitably, like we tried to offer there earlier. Make it 10,000 for first, 3,000 for second, 25 for third, and 25 for fourth, and then play it out with that new structure. Some casinos do allow that. Not all of them do, and clearly no one who live streams ever allows negotiations for chops because it's just watching that is just not entertaining for anyone to view. But we do have Andre here jumping in the booth with us. And Andre, I was just telling the audience here for a while, you own the Kennel Club.
Yeah,
Like, you
today was a
run
good day.
great, but just in general, you always run great here.
Yes,
mean,
I do.
You know, I mean, you're a very good player, but you still have to run good, too, to win a
That's
tournament
true.
like this.
And I got lucky. There was one hand where I almost went all in against Greg Bloom. He acted in front of me, thank God. He had ace-jack. I had pocket eights. And another player went all in ahead of time, and Greg called his all in. Or Greg went all in ahead of him. And I had pocket eights, and that was the biggest decision right there. And I folded them. Thank God I folded them because Greg hit his card. He won the hand. I would have been knocked out.
You would have been eliminated.
I would have been out.
How many players were left in the tournament at that point?
I think we were down to 3 tables at that time.
It was like 3 tables. Right? And Greg
Yeah.
did make another huge, deep run again today.
Right.
Not making the final table, but making another deep run.
Right.
He runs good here at the Kennel Club also. Yeah, so you finished second in the No Limit Open
Right.
3 years ago.
Right.
And here you are again now winning the No Limit Open.
That's about time. Well, you remember, like, I think 2 years ago also, we had the main event, and then we had the bar leader. And I made top 10 in both back-to-back days in those tournaments. So I figured my game would come around soon enough,
Yeah,
you know.
And you made some great folds, although you deliberated a couple of times. There were some hands where you had some marginal hands, but you had
Right.
so many chips.
Right.
You know, you were like, should I call this ace-8? Should I
Right.
call this ace-7?
Right. And I didn't want to be a bully. You know, that was the main thing. There was one hand that I kind of stretched, and I got lucky and hit the river with the 10 against Susan. But I didn't want to be bully. I just wanted to play my cards, you know, so.
Yep, and you did that. I think it worked too, because when you did make the timely raises, and sometimes they were position raises, but
Right.
when you did make the timely position raises, everyone had to respect you because every time
Right.
you turned over a hand,
It was
you
a
had
good hand,
Yeah,
right.
it was a premium hand. I mean,
Right.
So you've timely disguised some of your position bluffs when you did them, which wasn't too often.
Right.
And I think that helped your game. There was one hand, I can't remember if it was your hand or the person sitting to your right at the time. Did you fold a king-queen pre-flop and then flop 2 pairs?
No, that wasn't me.
That wasn't your king queen, and then
that
must have been
wasn't me.
Keith. Someone had folded king queen, and we were like, wow, it was a tough fold. It was a raise, and then they folded the king queen. But yeah, you kind of had situations where, like I said, you were in a tough spot, but when in doubt, you kind of folded. You didn't double up
I
on the
didn't
players.
take any chances.
Yeah, you were stingy with your chips.
Yes.
Which I think is something for really a lot of bar poker players in particular to learn. Like a lot of pros are like that too. It's personally part of my game. Is a lot of professionals play that way. That the bigger their stack gets, actually the tighter they get, because they don't want to give chips to the short stacks. They'd rather let them knock each other out.
Well, that's true.
And pick positions to knock people out when they're super short.
Right.
Which is another thing you kind of did.
Right.
Like against Keith with the 4-6.
Right.
He was so short at that point.
I had
you
no
had
choice.
To call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
You had to call. And I think you knocked someone else out earlier. I forget if it was Dan or I forget someone else. Similar situation. It was like 100,000 more. It's a 200,000 pot.
And there's a couple hands that I just felt was the best hand. Or if it wasn't the best hand, I just thought I would catch. I got lucky. I ran good. I ran good. So
and those pocket tens were great for you, right?
Oh, all day.
All day.
All day. Pocket tens winning every time.
And remember
every
that too,
time.
audience. Sometimes that happens. You have your hot hand that just keeps coming to you, and that's
right.
And that's why be patient, because those tens come back. And
right.
They came to you at least twice at that final table.
Yes,
and
twice.
One was huge.
Yes.
I think one was against pocket nines.
Yes, against Dwanki.
That's right.
Yes.
An arch nemesis, another person who runs very good.
Yes, he runs very well. And I was surprised. I was really surprised.
So you had a good time all day?
I loved it.
Awesome. Anything you want to say to the viewers who are still out there who might watch tonight or later on?
Keep going. Play to your heart's content. It's worth it.
And how long have you been playing poker? Texas Hold'em?
Actually, I started with No Limit, I think in 2016. And that next year is when I got pretty good with it. And
so you didn't really play Texas Hold'em before us?
Not really, not at all.
Really? So you met us in a bar somewhere.
Right.
Alabama Joe's, is that where you first found us?
Right. My boy Mason. And it's funny that you say that because I was driving by. Mason was outside during game 2, right before game 2. And I asked him, I'm like, can I get a menu from you guys? It's Alabama Joe's. I'm like, can I get a menu? He's like, well, I don't really work here, but I do. He goes, well, I'll get you a menu. I'm like, so what do you do? He goes, well, I'm a poker dealer. I'm like, what? You play poker here? He goes, yeah, we play bar poker open. That was it. I was hooked from that point. That was it.
Love those stories. So I didn't even know this story. So Andre shows up to Alabama Joe's, basically just looking for
to get a menu. Yes.
Happens to bump into Mason Cote, who's like, we play poker
One
here.
of your premier dealers on top of it.
And then great bar, a lot of great players there.
Yes.
I think even Keith Longshore may have played there a couple
and
times
Senior,
back in the day.
you know,
Rob Senior, Rick Mendelson, a bunch of the guys. And, of course, you learned how to play. And here you are 4 years later winning. How much did you win in No Limit Open second place?
$5,000.
$5,000. So he won $5,000 here 3 years ago. He wins $10,000 here today. And kudos to you for taking the game to the next level.
Appreciate it. I'm going to take my wife on a cruise now.
Congratulations. Miss Neighbors, you hear that? You're going on a cruise. I want to come.
Right. There's a trophy.
There's
All
a
right.
trophy.
Thank you.
Awesome. And the watch.
Yes.
Oh, let me show the watch.
Oh, and the watch.
He's got the No Limit Open
there
watch
we go.
right there. So congratulations to Andre. Congratulations to the whole final table. The
awesome.
2 Dans from the Treasure Coast.
Blessed.
Ron Kaepernick from the Treasure Coast. Rich Ellis finishing in second place. One of the winningest players ever, also winning $8,000 in Atlantic City. Now wins $5,000 today in second. Sue Kennedy also won $16,000 at the BPO once before, wins $1,000 today. And, of course, the rest of the final table, Garrett, Dwanki, Lionel Pedley, Dan Sherman, and Dan Borman. All
and that was a hot table. That table was full
solid,
of heavy hitters, too.
All solid players. All solid players.
That was a heavy hitter table. Yep. But I thank you very much. You know, I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Andre. Congratulations again.
ThanI'm sorry I'm sweating on here.
I'm going to let Mike do the send-off here. Thank you very much, guys, for supporting No Limit Poker Tour and allowing this event to happen, allowing players like Andre to win big money and do it just by playing for fun and not really gambling anything other than a $5 tip to the dealer. And I'll let Mike do the sign-off here.
Yeah, guys, so thank you all for watching. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the follow button as well. You'll get notifications when we are live for our normal streams, which are Thursday afternoon cash game, a Friday final table, and a Saturday final table. We'll also have more events here with Carl and No Limit in the future, so keep an ear out for that. Also, go to pbkennelclub.com as we have the Spring Classic coming up the second and third weekend in March with some big guarantees here at PBKC. Carl, we appreciate you coming by. We appreciate having you guys as always. Again, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe on YouTube and on Twitch. 1111 North Congress Avenue, conveniently right across the street from Palm Beach International Airport. We thank everybody for watching and have a great rest of your Saturday night.